The average pay for teachers in Kentucky has dropped for the 7th year in a row. In-depth reporter Christiana Ford breaks down what kind of impact this is having, particularly in the thick of what's been so far an expensive holiday season.
Inflation fueling higher prices has made it an incredibly expensive year for teacher Casey Popplewell.
Food is definitely a big one. I have two small children.
She's been teaching social studies at Fayette County Public Schools for 11 years. This year, Popplewell says it's been hard to ignore the fact that her biweekly checks don't go as far as they used to.
You're cutting, but everything else is going up at the same time. And so at some point you're like, when is it going to average out?
Pay raises her district gave out at the beginning of this school year bumped her up $150 a month, $75 a paycheck, hardly making a difference.
You just kind of think, wow, I've been doing this for 10, 11 years. I thought I would be making a little bit more than I am now, and I thought it would go a little bit further than it does.
A recent analysis by the Kentucky Center for Economic Policy revealed pay raises have been lagging behind inflation in nearly every district across Kentucky since the 2008 school year. They say that amounts to an average pay cut of $3,152 annually.
Recently, I felt really discouraged, like what do we need to do better to manage our finances? And it helped me realize, okay, I'm not nuts. This is happening.
Kentucky Education Commissioner Jason Glass says it's exactly why they have been pushing state leaders for better compensation and support for teachers overall.
It's also about respect, how we are respecting the profession, how we're acknowledging that these are trained professional educators.
And Glass says the way teachers are currently paid is directly impacting schools' ability to hire and keep teachers.
Our school districts are really stretching to make it work, and we're making it work right now, but the cracks are showing. And I think if we're honest, it's worse than people know. And I really am afraid that we're at a breaking point.
School leaders have already said with their current state funding, the issue is not something they can fix on their own. It's why Glass plans to continue taking their concerns to the legislature.
We don't go into it for the money, but that doesn't mean we don't deserve to make a good living.
But Popplewell says because they truly love what they do, she and many teachers will continue, all while hoping one day it'll get better. Christiana Ford, Evening Edition.
Governor Beshear has asked the state legislature to use money from the current state surplus to cover salary raises for all school employees. It's a plan that could be discussed when the legislature returns in January.